السلام عليكم. اليوم راح نتكلم عن نظام التعليمي على مستوى العالم. هل هو مفيد أم غير مفيد؟ الفيديو هذا راح يكون بالإنجليزي، فالإنجليزي شوية صعب عليك. اضغط على CC تحت عشان يجيك الترجمة بالإنجليزي وإن شاء الله حتفهم معايا. فلنبدأ. بس قبل ما نبدأ لا تنسى تسوي لايك وسبسكرايب عشان تدعم القناة هذه. دحين فلنبدأ من جد. How valuable is your education? We all know the stories of public figures who made really well for themselves without having a university degree. Does that mean having a university degree is useless? Let's talk about that. Hello you, my name is Khaled, welcome to my channel. So, do we really get educated in our schools and universities? You probably have asked yourself this question a lot in some point in your life. Is my education really valuable? Will I be able to get my dream job after I finish my education? And these questions sometimes seem to be very complicated, and then you're just left clueless. You don't know what to do. You just carry on with your education anyway. Firstly, what you need to know is the true meaning of valuable education. You see, going to school and shoving loads of information into your head, that ain't valuable education. On the other hand, having moral and ethical literacy, which can also be called as character building, that's valuable education. Character building and teaching values and ethics is the most significant part of our educational system, but unfortunately it's not being taught enough in our schools. The sad reality is that students never compete for knowledge anymore, but they compete over who has the highest grades. One could have really good grades without learning much. So what's the point of having really good grades when you can't even use the knowledge that you have learned from school? Because using the knowledge that you've learned, that's called wisdom. You see, in one hand, having knowledge is just the piling of facts and information in your mind. Our wisdom, on the other hand, is actually using these information for the betterment of yourself and other people. So as a student, as a person in education, your aim is to achieve wisdom, because that's the point of going to school in the first place, isn't it? And guess what? Anyone can be wise without even going to school. So here are some signs where you can spot a person who is wise and educated. If a person is faced with a decision, they can choose wisely under any circumstances. They have the ability to choose wisdom over foolishness, good over bad, virtuousness over vulgarities, regardless of their academic qualification. That's an educated person. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm not against academic education. Having a degree is like having a passport, which opens up opportunities. It's not a ticket to success. Many students get the wrong idea, thinking that getting a degree is the final goal. It's just the beginning, trust me. And what's also important to realize is, as long as you're aiming for a specific field or discipline such as medicine, law, engineering, then having a degree will actually be useful. Yeah, if that's the case, then it's nice, everyone should go to university, right? But what the educational system is missing is how to prepare students for life without compromising their areas of specialties and competence. And what I mean by preparing students for life is how they can build their character, how they can have good communicational skills with people, having good manners, respecting other people, the ability to solve problems, social dynamics, because having a degree is going to take you as far as landing your first job. And that's it. And good character is going to take you all the way to the success that you've always wanted. Okay, that all sounds good, but I'm not as smart as Bill Gates or Elon Musk. How can I be as successful as them? Every individual on the face of Earth is gifted with some strengths. This can also be found in nature. For example, the small size of the hummingbird, it gives it the flexibility to perform complicated maneuvers such as beating its wing on an average of 75 times per second. This enables the hummingbird to drink nectar from the flower while hovering. And then you have the ostrich weighing over 140 kgs, one of the largest birds in the world, but it can't fly. So what's the strength? it can run up to 90 kilometers per hour. The point is, every creature on this earth has some strengths. You could be good at sports, you could be good at talking to people, you could be good at marketing, you could be good at cutting hair. It doesn't matter. Just find your calling, goddammit, and focus on it. However, one of the most powerful strengths for you to have as a human being is to have common sense. I know it sounds a bit wacky, but education and knowledge without common sense is basically meaningless. Common sense is the ability to see things as they are and do them as they ought to be done. We are born with 5 senses: touch, taste, sight, smell, and hearing. But most of these successful people have developed common sense as a 6th sense, which attributes to a major part of their success. And the best part of this is that common sense is not necessarily gained as a result of academic education. It can be gained through life experience, reading books, traveling, and of course by trying new things and failing at it. And once you have an abundance in common sense, that is called wisdom. So by doing these things, it's like you're exercising your brain, because you see, your brain is one of the most valuable assets that you have, and it needs to continuously be fed with knowledge so that it can stay sharp and focused, just like sharpening an axe before cutting wood, so that the cut becomes sharp and precise. So before I go, I just want to share a quick story with you. So there's a woodcutter, he's called John. John worked for a company for 5 years, but never got a raise. The company hired another guy called Paul, and within a year, Paul got a raise. This caused resentment in John, and he went to the boss to talk about it. So the boss said to John, "You're still cutting the same number of woods when you first started. We are a result-oriented company, and we will be delighted to give you a raise if you cut more wood." So John went back, started hitting harder and putting in longer hours, but still wasn't able to cut more trees. He went back to his boss to tell him about his dilemma, and then the boss told him to go to Paul. Maybe Paul knows something that you and I don't. Then John went to Paul and asked him, "How do you manage to cut more trees?" Paul answered him saying, "After every tree I cut, I take a break for 2 minutes and sharpen my axe." So John, when was the last time you sharpened your axe? So my question for you right now is, when is the last time you have sharpened your axe? Purely academic education does not do that for you.